If you want to know when the Bloxburg 2023 Christmas update is coming and all of the leaks and theories so far, then you're in the right place. Let's talk about it. Hey glossettes, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Tell me down below as usual. So today we are gonna get straight into the video because this is a pretty exciting one. I'll be going over the Bloxburg Christmas update, possible release dates, as well as the leaks and theories on the update so far. The Christmas update is like the biggest update of the year, especially in my opinion, and everyone's already getting pretty excited and in the Christmas mood. So of course you guys want to know when Bloxburg is going to be updating for Christmas time and when we finally get the snow back and all of our decorations, and most importantly the elf hunt. But I'll be posting a video talking about the elf hunt more in depth in a few days time, so stay tuned for that. And let's start with the possible release dates. Like I say every time, if you're new to my update videos, then let me explain to you how updates usually work in terms of release dates. For years we've always had Bloxburg updates happen around the weekend, more specifically in between Thursday and Sunday, and for a long time they were always on a Saturday. But for just over a year now, every update has pretty much been on a Thursday. As some of you may know, Bloxburg's development team massively grew at the end of 2022, so ever since then there's been a more consistent update schedule, and the updates have always now happened on a Thursday. More specifically, they were all on the last Thursday of the month, right at the end of the month. But just keep in mind that updates used to be at the start of the month before this. Every single update this year has been on the last Thursday of the month until the Halloween update. Now, as some of you may know, back in my Halloween update information video, when I was talking about like possible release dates, I talked about how people were worried that the Halloween update was going to happen at the very end of October. This is because now that we had updates at the end of the month instead of the start, some Bloxburg players thought this means that the developers would update at the end of October, which would obviously fit the upload pattern they'd been sticking to, but it also didn't make any sense, as that would have meant that we would hardly have any time before Halloween to play the updates. So I came up with two way more likely update times, and those were that it was either going to update at the end of September, which would match up to their new updating schedule, or it could update at the start of October, just like how updates used to be. Eventually, the update happened obviously, and I was correct, it happened at the start of October, once again just like how the old updates used to happen at the start of a month. And then now in November, the next update has actually already happened and followed that same pattern, and we just got a kid-themed November update on the first Thursday of the month. So the past two updates have followed the old pattern of updating at the start of a month instead of the end, like we've seen for most of the year, and this is really helpful when predicting the Christmas update, as it's most likely going to follow the exact same pattern, as well as the fact that of course every previous Christmas update also followed this pattern. Last year we got the Christmas update on Friday the 9th of December, in 2021 we got the Christmas update on Thursday the 9th of December, and then in 2020 it was on Thursday the 10th of December. So as you can see, the update is always on a very similar date within just over the first week of December. But you may be thinking, Glossy, when is it going to update this year? Well, let me tell you. Without further ado, here are my update date predictions for the 2023 Bloxburg Christmas update. So the most likely day that the Christmas update is going to happen is Thursday the 7th of December, and in my opinion there's like a 99.9999% chance of this that it's going to update on that day, and that day would be a Thursday and would also be the first Thursday of the month, so it fits in perfectly with all the previous update patterns we've been talking about. Now of course the update date is never confirmed, so we do have to consider other dates just to be safe, and so if for some reason it doesn't update on this day, then the other most likely dates are Friday the 8th, Saturday the 9th, and any day around the first week of December. I've coloured the most likely day in dark pink and the other likely days in a slightly lighter pink, and the rest of the likely time frame in the lightest pink, just to kind of show you when it's most likely to happen. I was also considering including the chance it could be at the end of November, but I honestly think this is so unlikely. I don't think it's going to happen at the end of November, especially when the past two updates have been at the start of the month, and we've already had an update this month, so it's unlikely to be this month, and I personally believe it'll 100% be in that first week of December. But yeah, overall I think it's going to update on that Thursday, and of course my prediction calendar's on screen now if you want to see all the dates laid out. Anyways, that is all for the release date information, but once again, it is never confirmed. I just want to make it clear that these are just predictions, and the developers of the game never ever release update dates. If you see people trying to tell you the update date and claiming that it's definitely on that day and it's been confirmed, they are lying. I also just want to say again, I think I said last year that TikTok is not a reliable source for your information. I know it's kind of cliche me saying that when I'm just a YouTuber as well, but TikTok is so full of misinformation about Bloxburg. People on TikTok really like to make fake videos and kind of make fake leaks leaks and fake release dates, so I honestly advise that you do not go to TikTok for any of your news. If there is any teasers or leaks, they will be posted on Bloxburg's official social medias, and that is it. You won't be able to find stuff anywhere else that is real. But yeah, I just wanted to include that because I get a lot of comments of kind of fake information that people have got from TikTok. Anyways, let's move on to the leaks. So in terms of leaks, we actually have no leaks, but we pretty much never ever have actual leaks anymore except the teasers that the developers post on social media. If you don't know how leaks works, then what used to happen was because Copis's Roblox inventory is public, every time he would post a new mesh or decal for an update, we would be able to see that, and this is where the leaks were coming from. So when you'd see people posting leaks, they would get them from his inventory. Copis no longer publishes stuff in his inventory, and all of the other developers' inventories are actually private, so we don't get actual item leaks like that anymore, and we can't see what they're doing in their inventories. But like I mentioned earlier, we do get teaser posts from the Bloxburg social medias, and this is something new this year, kind of from the new community managers we have. So in previous years, we rarely ever got teasers posted on social media. One of the first proper ones was actually this time last year, and it was a tweet from Froggy Hops teasing a new vehicle for the Christmas update. But yeah, apart from that, we never ever got social media leaks until this year. So the week before an update, they now post little teasers like videos and photos that tease new features and items that'll be coming in the next update. And every time they do this, I post a video talking about it where I analyze all the hidden details in these posts with you guys, and we kind of work out what the teasers could mean and what new items they're showing. It's super fun for the community, and of course make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with those, as of course I'll be posting as soon as possible when they finally start releasing the Christmas teasers. But yeah, until it gets a bit closer to December, we won't be seeing any leaks or teasers yet, so for now there's nothing, but I do have some theories on what will be added this year, and so far my theories on updates have been pretty accurate, so let's talk about it. First up, of course we will get all the previous Christmas and winter items added back into the game, so the decorations and the Christmas food and the kind of Christmas locations like the ice rink and the tree farms, stuff like that will all be added back again. Leading on from this, my first theory is actually that we will get a new Christmas location, or they will update the old Christmas locations. This is something players have kind of wished for like for a while now. In the previous years they really wanted a new Christmas location, but we haven't gotten one for quite a while, and with the extended developer team I feel like this year is more likely than ever that we could get a new location, especially considering this year the new Halloween update got the new haunted house added up at the farm and that whole kind of quest event. Like the Halloween update had a ton of new content, and it's definitely kind of raised the standard for seasonal updates. So I do think that we will get either a new Christmas location, like for example some sort of Christmas farm or market just like the Halloween update has, in the location up near the campsite, or I think they may edit one of the existing ones, like maybe revamp the ice skating rink to make it bigger and have kind of market stalls around it. Now the only issue is that the space next to the campsite that is used for the Halloween update farm might need to be used for RB battles, and if you don't know what this is, RB battles is this YouTuber event where they kind of compete against each other in games. The games that are involved in this then add something into the game to do with RB battles for players to kind of solve themselves to get a trophy usually, and Bloxburg's actually been involved in this 2 times now, and both times they've added some sort of maze build up in this big campsite area. So this area is usually used for RB battles when it's in the game. Adding on to this, the both times that this has happened have been in December, so it might not be possible to add a Christmas location here in case it does need to be used for some sort of RB battles event, because of course if the RB battles is there, you can't have a Christmas location there, which is why it may be more likely that they might just like edit existing locations like the ice skating rink to add a bit more content there instead of putting something in this area in case it needs to be used. But who knows, maybe they will add something new, or maybe they'll just improve the existing Christmas locations. Let's move on to some more theories. Now if you haven't watched my previous update videos, then once again let me explain how seasonal update items actually work in some cases. So what I noticed around 2 years ago was that the seasonal update items are usually actually inspired by each other. So for example, we got the Christmas cake pops in 2022, and then we got the Valentine's Day ones, and then the Halloween ones. Another example is that we got Christmas pillows, then Valentine's pillows, and then finally Halloween pillows. So a lot of the time seasonal updates use the same items as each other, but they're just different versions to fit in with that holiday. And there is like more examples than this. There's quite a few times this has happened. This is actually a really common theme in the updates, and this is really helpful because it means we can predict items a lot more accurately as they follow the pattern of each other. And because we just had the Halloween update, this gives us some more items that are probably going to be added as a Christmas version in the Christmas update. So here are my predictions. First up is Christmas Macaroons. Now we got Valentine's Macaroons, and then we got Halloween ones, so it's very likely that we will be getting Christmas ones, which is going to be so adorable because I love the Macaroons. Leading on from this, we also got a brand new bread food in the Halloween update, as well as the pumpkin choc chip version of it, which was exclusive to Halloween. So I think maybe we could get like a Christmas version of this, like a Christmas bread loaf, maybe with some like peppermint on it or something. I'm not too sure, but I feel like that could be likely as well. And then of course we got the witch's frog juice, which is the coolest drink ever, can I just add. And this one's obviously very much an exclusive Halloween design, but if they do want to make a Christmas drink, I think they could end up making a really super cool one like this. That's pretty much all for kind of food, but I do do think we could get new foods for Christmas. I think it would be great for them to add stuff like eggnog or Christmas puddings, like kind of classic Christmas foods that we have in real life. And yeah, it's very likely that they're going to add more Christmas food this year, but I'm unsure on what it could be. But you know, they always add some sort of food in the updates. So for now, my strongest theories on the food are like Christmas macaroons and a Christmas themed loaf of some sort. But let's move on to the actual items. Now, one of the most popular items in the Halloween update, which people were very excited for, were the animatronics. And a lot of people are hoping that they're going to add Christmas versions of these, like maybe reindeers or Santa. And honestly, I think this is a super cute idea. Because we've had Halloween ones, it's now likely we could get Christmas ones. So fingers crossed for that, because I know players would love that. We also got new Halloween decorations like pumpkin jars and kind of silhouette things in these garlands. So maybe we could get Christmassy versions. I personally think it's likely that we're going to get more winter themed decorations as well. And things like the decorative jars are so perfect. So yeah, in general, I do think we will get some kind of little decorations similar to this. But yeah, overall, I think we're going to end up getting some really cool additions to the game. I'm not too sure about vehicles or anything, but I know a lot of people really want some sort of truck and have wanted it for years now, especially at Christmas time. And I'm not 100% sure what to expect this year, but of course we're going to get some new items and foods as usual. And these are just some of my little theories for those. But that's not all for theories. Let's move on to the most exciting part of the Christmas update, the Elfun trophies. If you don't know what the Elfun is, it's basically where every day in December an elf gets added around the map for you to find, and you get money from it as well as a trophy at the end of the Elfun. I'm not going to go into huge detail on how it works, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm actually going to be doing a separate one kind of explaining the Elfun in a few days time. But anyways, the Elfun was first introduced to the game back in 2020, and it has been added every single Christmas since. It's definitely the Bloxburg community's favorite event of the year, and it's mine too. I post videos showing all the elves locations daily, and I look forward to it every year now. In my opinion, I think 100% yes, they will add it back, because they'd be crazy not to. It's such a loved event, but of course we can't confirm anything until it actually happens. But I do think it'll be making a return, and I'm going to be super disappointed if it doesn't. Once again, if you have any questions about the Elfun, I'll be answering those in a few days, so feel free to comment about the Elfun if there's something you want to be included in the video. Moving on, there's actually another thing that got added into the game in the Christmas update for the first time last year, and not many people actually knew about it, and this was the Santa Sleigh trophy. Now what happened was at nighttime in game, Santa's sleigh would fly over the map and drop his sack somewhere random, and if you found the sack, you would get this trophy. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to get it, but it's a feature a lot of people had no clue even existed until it was too late to get it, and it was also only in the game for a few days after Christmas Eve, so this wasn't available all month. Because this was only added last year, hopefully it'll be brought back this year, because it's kind of a newish trophy, so it would be good if people could like get it again, but who knows. That's pretty much all of my theories. I have no idea what to expect until we start getting teasers, and once again I'll be doing a video on each of those as soon as they come out. But yeah, that is it for today's video. That's all I can think of, and I'm so excited for the Christmas update. Of course, let me know your theories down below. I really want to know what you guys are thinking, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much, glossettes. Have an amazing day. XOXO, Glossy Girl.